Trojan family, Trojan gang, fight on forever in the building. And today, I seen a recording about Sherrone Moore saying his quarterback can throw the ball, saying people gonna be surprised, right? Orji, he could, drop the pill, right? He could sling that ball around, according to his coach. So check out this video. I want y'all to check out this video on Sherrone Moore talking about Orji and USC in the game coming up. And we be right back.
Get better today.
You're making a change at quarterback. Davis Warren started the first 3 games. You're moving to Orji. Turnovers obviously jump out, but what went into the decision to make Alex the starter and name him at the beginning of the week?
Yeah, I think, from a comfortability standpoint, for us, we can't turn the ball over. We know we got to do that. We got to take care of the football. That's the number one thing, especially with our quarterback. So that was a huge point of emphasis. And when Orji won the game, he took care of it. And, he gives you something in the offense that is a little different, but just feel good with him, and the team will be confident in him.
For people that say, well, what are you doing putting in a quarterback who can't throw the ball? Do you want to assure everybody that Orji can indeed throw the football?
Yeah, I think they'll find out real quick that he can throw the football. But, people have their opinions on it, but he definitely can throw, and he'll make some big throws this game.
It's a tough thing for a quarterback like Davis to get that job and then to step back, but it's also a tough spot for Alex to be in, to lose the job and now jump in. How did he handle himself, Alex in particular, after camp in these last 3 weeks?
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better teammate, a guy that just supported his teammate in every single way, and so positive. And even Davis, after with the change during the game, he was so positive with him. So for us, it tells you a lot about the culture and where the guys are from a mindset standpoint, that they support each other in those situations. But excited for Alex and his opportunity.
You really got the running game going this week. Khalil Mullings had a standout performance. It's interesting, when Mullings has a good day, it's still always linked to, okay, but what about Donovan Edwards? What can you say about the job Mullings has done for you as the featured back, and maybe the possibility of featuring Donovan in a different part of the offense, perhaps in the passing game more?
Yeah, I mean, Donovan he ran extremely hard. He just didn't have the explosive runs that Khalil had. Donovan still had close to 90 yards and a pretty good day and a touchdown. So not a bad day for him at all, but Khalil just was so explosive in so many different ways. So, yeah, Donovan will definitely have a role in other ways, and we'll definitely continue to feature him.
Miller Moss, USC's quarterback. Lincoln Riley has coached a lot of really good quarterbacks. Yeah. He says Moss probably is the smartest quarterback he's ever coached. Mm-hmm. What jumps out on tape so far about the Trojans' quarterback and their offense?
Yeah, he just does a really good job of distributing the ball to the playmakers and knowing where to go with the football at all times. So we got to be smart in how we attack him and how we do things, because he does a really good job.
Lincoln Riley also said about you guys, about this Michigan program, I think it was back in February, he wants to emulate at USC the way that Michigan built its program the last few years. Hearing that, what does that mean to you, and what do you have to say about the job that they've done at USC building the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got a lot of respect for Lincoln going back to Oklahoma, really going back to ECU when he was there, and what he does on offense, but now what he's done with the defense and how he's built his culture. So a lot of respect for him and what he's done. So it means a lot that he said that.
Good luck this week.
Appreciate it, man.
Now, Coach sound mildly confident, right? He sound decently confident, like this kid could throw the pill. So since Sherrone Moore sounded mildly confident in Orji, I had to put my recruiting helmet on and find out exactly who Orji is, who this kid is, right? So I did my research. I discovered Orji was a 6'2", 226-pound, 3-star prospect coming out of the state of Texas, right? He started his junior year at quarterback, playing 8 games, passing for 1,403 yards, with 10 touchdowns with 7 interceptions, with a completion percentage of 52.4%, with a quarterback rating of 78.9. But on the ground is where he shined. Orji had almost 100K yards in only 8 games, with 114 carries and 926 yards on the ground, averaging 115.8 yards per game on the ground, with an average of 8.1 yards a carry, right? He also had 6 games where he at least had 100 yards or more, with 15 TDs for the season to top it off, as he rose through the ranks. His senior season, he played 11 games, throwing for 1,782 yards, but his average per game decreased from 175 going to 162. right? His junior season, his completion percentage dropped as well, going from 52.4% to 48.5% completion rate, right? He did increase his pass TD output, going from 10 TDs and 7 interceptions to 18 TDs and 7 interceptions, increasing his touchdown ratio from 1.3 to 1.6, and interception ratio as well decrease. His quarterback ranking took a jump from 78.9 to 87.6, and maybe because on the ground he increased his TDs, right? He went from 15 TDs on the ground to a staggering 21 TDs on the ground, and his yards per game decreased though, but he had more TDs. He went from 15 rushing TDs to 21. That's a lot for a quarterback. But his yards per game decreased, going from 115.8 to 97 yards per game. His yards per carry decreased as well, going from 8.1 to 7.2. With 5 games or more with 100 yards or more, right? With 5 games with 100 yards or more on the ground. One less from the year before, right? So look at this kid. He's definitely never been an efficient quarterback. That 52%, 48%, that's yikes. That's Tim Tebow with the Denver Broncos, right? So he has never been an efficient quarterback. It's always been about his legs. He the class of 22, so he could have improved his passing game. By how much? Because 48% in high school, I mean, your senior year, you have a long way to go. You sound like a project, minimal 3-4 year type project. Why he didn't win the starting job over Mr. Pick City Davis Warren from the beginning, right? In the first place. And how good is Michigan at developing quarterbacks? Shit, how good is Michigan at picking quarterbacks, right? Could this kid carve up a D'Anton Lynn defense full of experience and confidence? Right? Can y'all see him doing that? Could this kid has improved that much? Right? Or do he just need to be a great game manager, play behind his offensive line and play calling and take what the defense gives him or don't? How this playing out? It's hard to see Orji orchestrating more than like 20 points over USC. It's hard to see that. Just his efficiency as a quarterback. It's hard to not see D'Anton Lynn putting a stranglehold on this kid. And USC should be at least good for 27 to 28 points in this game. Especially how I feel like how they gonna be getting the ball back. You should be able to get off the field with this kid. Put a spy on him, because he's gonna look to run. Right? So I don't think Orji could keep up with the USC offense. I think they gonna have a lot of opportunities. It's gonna be a lot of punts on Michigan's side. So USC should at least be able to get 20, maybe 30 points, right? This is a road game in a historical venue. So USC better be and will be locked in mentally. So, let me see that dog work, USC. Because if this become a close game, it going to be able to go either way. So USC, put your foot on their neck. Control the game from beginning to end. Play by play. Play like it's 0-0 to the final buzzer. You hear me? So this is going to be... It's going to be one of them games. USC first game in the Big Ten. I mean, I don't see it no other way but somehow figuring out how to be some type of classic, either a classic close win or one of them classic blowouts that you always remember. Like, this was one of the turning points in the USC program back to glory. Because if y'all don't know, if y'all ain't heard, that USC is going back to glory. If y'all ain't heard and y'all ain't known. Like, if y'all ain't been on this channel or if y'all just don't know the play, USC is going back to its glory, right? So one of these games is going to be one of the moments that gonna live forever and mark one of those days when you remember, yeah, this was one of the turning points when USC went back on top, when they came to the Big Ten and officially started to take over the Big Ten, because we gon' excel to the top of the Big Ten. We gonna end up being the best program in the Big Ten. It's this indefinite, right? So this is the story. This is where it all starts. So how the football gods work, it's gonna be a classic blowout. We gonna show out. It's gonna be epic. Our coming out party, right? Or it's gonna be a close game, final drive, another Miller time moment. It's gonna be something great. This ain't gonna be regular. Get your popcorn, get your DVR, like record this game, live in this moment. It's gonna last forever. You hear me? So until then, it's your boy Carter Sports. It's Trojan City. It's SC. So let's go.